time it does not want to squeal. Oh.
It's started.
We gotta fix that. So as y'all can see, my blower motor has left the building. And we gotta do something about that because I'm not gonna listen to that squall all summer. So got a variation of different tools here. We're gonna take the blower motor out, and while we're at it, let me show y'all something. Figure out why my amp doesn't work, but that's all gonna change, so don't even worry about that. Now I don't have a 5.5 millimeter. Don't know why I don't, but I don't. But this 7/32 is pretty close, so we're gonna try it. Before we do that, we're gonna come in here, lift up on this little plug right here, and you're just gonna pull this loose. That's the wiring. Yeah, I probably should have disconnected the negative battery cable. Oh well. The airbag didn't blow, so we're all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go around this, taking out all of the 5.5 mils, and it looks like this is working for it. As you can see, this got a little bit involved. I took 3 10mm screws out of this computer, whichever computer it is. Had to get down in here with a little bit of a swivel. And now I'm just trying to get down in here. Having this computer pushed out of the way should give me enough room to angle this and get it into the last screw on the bottom here. So let me get that and we'll come back. A combination of different things. I've managed to get this loose, but I'm noticing something. Y'all see this coolant overflow? There's a bolt right here. And even if I manage to go across that bolt, which I don't think I'm going to be able to, at any rate, this is going to have to come out. So let's see, there's down there's a bolt, looks like a 10 mil. This one looks like a 10 mil, maybe smaller, I don't know. Let me go ahead and try to get this coolant tank loose, and I'll come back and let you know what I found. It was 10 mils that held that in, but yeah, still having some problems getting this out of here. So look, if I have to take the fender well out to do this, well, GM, you suck if that's the case. But I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to get this out. I'm not listening to that squall. The bolt that was holding the overflow was stopping the blower motor from coming out. So we got the new one here. I got this out. All you have to do is pull it out of the old one. What? Okay. It says YHT on the side of it. I guess that means you have to fiddle with it. So this is not for an S10 right here. So let me go ahead and check my plug. Get out of here. Sorry, off Wasper. See if it even plugs in. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Okay. Got this out. Basically, all I had to do is get some pliers and pull it out. Not a big deal. But I'm looking at it. It has something on both sides. So let's look at the other one, see what's going on. So I got these turned the same way. This one has a block off. This one has nothing to be blocked off. So we're going to clock them the same way. Once I get this put in, I'm going to take this hose and we'll wiggle it in here, and that hose hooks up right in here in the blower motor housing. So let's try to get this somewhat in there, maybe, sort of, kind of. There's a bolt right there you've got to watch, because that thing stops you from doing anything in this process. In other words, probably the proper way to do this would be to take off the fender well, but I'm not going to. So I got it started. I've got to get over this bolt on the bottom. So let me get that done, and we'll come back to get the install wrapped up. No.
Go back.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Are you sure?
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's the only place these bolts line up. This is why. I'm on the stub. There we go. That's the way it goes. All right, y'all. So what I gotta do now is put these 5.5s back in here and then reassemble everything, but we'll take you through that process too. But before we do that, we're gonna check and see if this thing still goes. All right, maybe take the fender well off, because we managed to break this cage, but I'm gonna try to take the cage off the other one, put it on here. Let's see what happens there. All right, just wanted to show y'all, it's getting kind of late, but right there is the bolt we're talking about. And looks like that bolt is gonna be, it's not that one. Maybe this one right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna knock this out. Okay, it looks like I do have the right one. I'm gonna end up having to get a vice grip to come up in here and just get a hold of this and spin this out. Maybe I can find some kind of wrench to hit it. But as you can see, that's like a 4-way. So definitely not going to get that out too easily, but it should come out. All right, so this little bolt right here, that's the one that was from up here. I just tapped on it a few times with some pliers and wiggled it. Popped right out of the fender well, so I'll have to get another blower motor ordered, but generally that's what you're going to do to get this out. You don't even have to take the fender well out, thank goodness. So y'all, we'll come back to you when we got another blower motor. All right, we got the replacement blower motor here. Yeah, that sounds real promising. Anyway, if y'all didn't hear that, there's something rattling in it. But anyway, went ahead and took this hose out of the other one, just kind of stuff it back in here, and then we're going to put it back in the truck. Alright, so we're going to kind of move some stuff here to where we got a little bit more room. Open under that. Once it's around the body of this, we shouldn't really have a problem. Antenna. Alright, so let's sit this in here. It slid in really good that time. So we've got to figure out where all the bolts go and basically just bolt this back up and we're done. Now that we got the blower motor installed, we're going to go ahead and check inside the truck. Now that we've confirmed this blower motor isn't damaged and it's working, let's go ahead and get this mess put back together. As y'all remember, this came out of the fender well, so it's going to go right back up into here. And what it's going to do is it's going to come in and it's going to hold this down in the back. So let's go ahead and maneuver this back in here. And look, y'all, I've had this out here 2 or 3 times and I've figured out that Well, just to be honest, there's several ways that it may or may not come out. So just, if it doesn't come out one way, try another way. Now, just like everything else on this project, you take something out and it matches, you got to put it back in. Not a single one of these 3 nuts is going back down on this. That one's, yeah, see, there's trying to cross through and that's it. So that one might work, I don't know. We'll try to get past this. I'll show you all a neat little thing I did here with took a piece of ABS plastic and I bent it and I zip tied this on. Now we can just put it right back here in the factory location for this computer. There, tighten that up, we're done. That concludes our process on putting in a blower motor. You know, in this whole process, remember, beat that nut out of the fender well before you try to take the old blower motor out. Take your set of vice grips, hold to the bottom of it and tighten it back down. I actually was able to get it a little tight. Yeah, that's it. So I want to thank y'all for watching S10. Please, if you like this, if you like S10 stuff or just automotive stuff, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing it, all those other things. Y'all, please remember your troops out there, enlisted, active, deployed veterans. God bless America. Thank y'all for watching.